minute here. And Teddy, I'll show you your favorite player in the league again. Zach paid last year. It was sort of a Charles Dickens season, right? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Against the bad teams, he was great. Against the good teams, he was 0-6 with as many interceptions as touchdowns and a below 60% completion percentage. Rex, Jordan Love felt like a guy, well, too many of us felt like he was an ascending player. Not all of us.
I told you so.
He did say so. You did.
How about week one? Did I not tell you then? That's what concerns me. This kid has elite skills, but it is not an elite quarterback. And the reason for it, he's reckless with the football. And to me, he's got to play by the defense, a little underthrown, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other interceptions when he doesn't see the field, he doesn't anticipate coverage, he's playing like
league a long time.
We can't have this. Guy drops coverage, he has no feel for the coverage. Why does Philly sit back and play zone? Because they know you're going to give them a chance to intercept the football. Right. You're going to make the big mistake. And in playoff time, it's crucial that you don't. The 3 interceptions is not surprising. The last one, obviously, he throws it in a team meeting. Like, the kid has to get better. His skills are unbelievable.
Not only defensive coaches, I hate to bring the theme of the book again, but when you have the book on a quarterback and you feel comfortable on who he is, from the defensive coordinator perspective, first of all, Fangio, let's play the zone because he's going to throw it to us anyway. We'll test his patience. We know he doesn't want the short ones. He wants to go deep. Bond. Let me talk about that one in terms of players now knowing who this quarterback is. He had man-to-man coverage on that tight end. The tight end's right in front of him. He knows you're still going to go for the deep in cut coming back, and I dare you to throw the check down because I know that's not who you are. So defensive players, underneath defensive players, defensive coordinators, they know who he is, and this is the problem.
You know, one thing about the Green Bay Packers this year, they were one of the best rushing teams in the National Football League. But a lot of that was out of necessity. I mean, a lot of the reason why they ran the football was to take the ball out of the quarterback's hands some because, again, he is reckless with the football. You try to minimize mistakes by the quarterback. You talked about arm arrogance. He is very arrogant as far as being able to try to throw things into tight spaces, which can lead to turnovers. So, again, Jordan Love is a very talented quarterback. But, again, like Rex talked about, if he doesn't clean up the turnovers, you're going to find him in big games going over like they did this year.
I was one of the ones. I thought Jordan would end up, I guess there had to be a process up here first that he hasn't taken in terms of he's the same guy he was basically in terms of, like you said, Coach, being reckless with the ball.
He's actually the same guy that he was in college. The same thing when he threw 22 interceptions. And everybody wanted to ignore that. No, you don't ignore it. And to me, that's the biggest thing. My thing is I gave the Packers a chance in this game. All right, on one condition, they give the ball to Jacobs 30 times.
You said
did nothing. Those linebackers are like, not even giving them the ball. We're just playing pass. We're staying deep in our zones. So to me, that
can I make an objection? Someone tell me if this objection will be sustained, okay? Jordan Love, as that game is going on, his offensive line is getting dominated. His best offensive lineman gets knocked out early. He has got pressure in his face the second the ball is snapped, it feels like on every play. And his receivers dropping like flies, one after another. He's already playing without Watson. His next 2 receivers that you've heard of, Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed, both get hurt in the game. By the end of the game, I do the football show for us. He's throwing the ball to people I've never heard of by the end of that game. Is there no excuse to be made for what was going on around Jordan Love yesterday?
Well, the only excuse is you can tell the teams that they will eventually have to get through, they aren't tough enough to beat. I will say that, okay? Listen, there's some, when the 2 critical plays that they had, okay, this one and then the play before. Jacobs had went down, and then the receivers are going down, so they've been beat up so much. This is a play that's not on Jordan Love there. That should have been completed right there. There are also decisions, Greeny, where, like the Bond play, there's no pressure there. It's just, I think that's why that was such a definition for me that's your true self, that's a defender in a linebacker, knowing who you know your true self is and then playing it like that.
Yeah, I like what Green Bay did in the offseason. They brought in Josh Jacobs. They know they have to be more physical. And yet, at the biggest moment, what did they do? They went back to who they are, which is a finesse football team. And anytime you face a good physical team, you're going to get beat.
So is my objection overruled?
It seems like it.
I'm overruled.
You're overruled.
That's why I didn't go into that line of work. Okay. Last time for Peyton and Eli this season. We'll have the final wild card game tonight. Meanwhile, the first game yesterday, Josh Allen and the Bills hosting Bo Nix and the Broncos. Teddy, we finished Sunday. Count winds up throwing for 272 and 2 touchdowns. Ran it for 46 more. Bills win this one going away 31-7. And so let's briefly get into this here. D-Wood, what was your favorite thing about Buffalo's plan yesterday?
I love the fact that Buffalo uses an extra lineman. They used six linemen in the game.
You love that extra lineman,
16 times.
Oh, yeah?
They did this whole season. They've ran extra linemen 77 more times than any other team. It just sets the tone. You know, this Denver Broncos team, they like to rush the passer. Well, guess what? You can't rush the passer if you never get to 3rd and long. Right. When they just came out and they were just, look at this right here. You know, like, look at this. When you do stuff like that, the defense, they're demoralized. They're done. They're done. The tone of the game is set right there. There's nothing more deflating than watching your offensive lineman literally dragging the running back an extra 10 yards in the game. That's what Buffalo did all game. It was just a bunch of body blows out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about it. Look, 96 rushing yards on first down alone by James Cook. Like, hey, you know it's coming, and you can't do anything about it. And we talked about this Denver defense, boy. They led the league in sacks. You got to earn the right to rush the passer. Yeah. Buffalo's like, look, we got Superman back there, but you know what? We're going to ground and pound the hell out of you. Why? Because you're soft up front. And all those little speed pass rushers you got don't look so good when they're getting their butts kicked at the line of scrimmage by a 330-pound guy, extra lineman in there. Yeah. They just mauled them. I loved it. This was great old school game. Great coaching by Sean McDermott and company right there. They're like, and basically they just said, you know what? Now, look, you're a finesse team. In the playoffs, you better be a power team. You're finesse, you're going to get destroyed. And they put it out there.
There's a lot of that. A lot of just beating up and bludgeoning guys on the offensive line. But then offensive coordinator Joe Brady, he breaks out quad. I mean, so you're worried about stopping the run. And here comes quad in terms of defensively. Quad means you got 4 wide receivers on one side. And here it is up here at the top because you got quad and Denver's playing man-to-man. And then you got a little bit of motion, so we bump it defensively. You see the bump right there by the DBs. And then they try to bump it back and then switch it back. But then look at all the space on the other side because of the short crosser from the number 1 receiver on the other. And it's like, check zone, get out of man because all of that traffic. And then so you're getting bludgeoned by the run. And here it comes. And then you got to adjust a quad. This team does everything. And then the 4th down earlier, let's get that covered up. We've got the wheel route. We've got Josh bottled up, and he can still hit Ty Johnson on the back end zone. There's so much.
And you got the jelly split on the backside of that quads, which, of course, you know what he's going to do, run the drive route. Right? Yeah, because you know you're going to run a pick route.
Too much traffic in quad.
Way too much.
There's so much traffic in quad.
Yeah, you got jelly split on the backside. Did you notice that?
Right.
Jeez.
This is called making fun of the host. So in the meeting this morning, Teddy starts talking about this play. Without the video, I have no idea what he's saying. And Rex starts saying, well, they went into a jelly split. And I said, guys, is there any English that we can speak in this conversation? Because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. One way or another, the Bills move on. It's going to be Josh Allen against Lamar Jackson next Sunday night. You cannot ask for a better matchup than that. In the meantime, I want to go back to the Eagles and Packers.
You want to run some blood money? Try some of that shit. That shit's tight too. We'll run one after this one. Man, we're a 5th fucking place, y'all. Fuck. Lose.
Warm up while you can. We deploy soon.
Bro, I can't believe I went 13 and
Yeah,
1.
Jonah guy is in this game again, bro. He was doing pretty good.
Nuh-uh, for real? For real?
Yeah,
Yo,
he's,
that's
he's in the
fire,
book.
bro. That's fire.
But I'm hungry.
.360 no scope, sir.
Gun game. Get kills with these weapons to win.
Damn, crip all talking and shit.
Damn.
Fuck. That Jonah dude killed the fuck out of me.
This nigga been motored my ass, boy.
Who?
Some dude. I don't know who the fuck it was. I was already in the shotgun.
You almost had me, sir.
Keep fighting, we got this. One more to go. Now that was a fight. Solid work.
Damn, I have to dust you off. You too. Oh, he got me. Man, they're doing me bad right now. Oh, how the fuck? How the fuck? Ah, hit markers like motherfucker.
This ain't over yet.
Sub-Zero. Sit down. Scorpion. Special Forces Desert Command. Round 1, fight.